today we're going to go over a continuation of the adductor work. One thing we've talked about to this point is that the table is a constraint. So we did adductor work from side lying position. Now I want to show you it from supine, which is just face up. So what we've got here is one thing I want to really emphasize. If you have somebody who has an adductor issue, an easy mistake to make is that you only work this midsection. So as we talk about the 3Ds of working in 3D, the reason why we call it in 3D is because this leg is a three-dimensional object. Working the adductors, you need to realize that as you strum through the adductors, I could work on top and in. I can work right on top, right? So no angle. Or I could work underneath and curve in. So the adductor is tubular, right? It's a three-dimensional object. So as I strum side to side, I can work the top half right on top of it, and then the undercarriage, which is a better way of saying what I just said previously. So as I start to prep the adductor, what I like to do is again work into proximal. So I'll lift his leg up and I'll hold it like this. The reason why, especially for guys, I don't want to sit him right on my crotch. So I'll kind of hold it like a baby like this, or I might curl it in here like this. For women, if this is hard, you can also go like this, and that way it won't be as close to you, okay? So the first thing I like to do is we have to start to get this leg to relax. You're gonna realize they're gonna wanna help you up. So the first thing I do, I'm gonna go to my favorite grip here, is I'll put a heavy forearm and just, there we go. And this is our maximal control. I'm just rocking it like a baby to make sure that I have control of the limb. And I don't want to mistake an area that I want to work as being unique when they're just contracting it because they're not fully relaxed. So I like to rock the leg. Also a great thing if we're starting the session, they're just kind of talking a little bit. I'll just take them through some ranges of motion. Okay. Now for the work itself, cross fiber work. So to find the adductors I want to treat, I will find it cross fiber, which means side to side. So Josh, if you could just kick your knee into my chest, more like this, let me show you, this way. So he squeezes into me, he's firing his adductors up, go ahead and relax. I find which one I want to work on, and I'll just strum it side to side. Now this, I don't do this aggressively in real life because it feels very, what's the word I'm looking for? Clinical. It doesn't feel therapeutic, right? But that's how I know, okay, I'm on it. Then when I treat it, I might treat it along the lines in which it goes. So the adductors go up and down, right, the leg. I'll treat it in that direction, but to find it, I cross fiber friction to find it. Don't worry about anatomy. Don't start thinking about it too much. Is anatomy and landmarking anatomy important? I think it's absolutely crucial. But right now, once I'm in treatment room, we look that stuff up later. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, cross fiber, find it, and now I'm gonna choke up on them a little bit. I like to cross my legs so that way I can catch them, find the spot I wanna work, cut my hand, switch to my thumb. Now we're back to our depth, direction, duration. If I want less depth, work more top tissue, I will stretch it out because that will kind of bounce me up to the surface. If I want to work a little deeper this way, I'll switch them this way. I really like the blanket here because you can obviously see my hands in kind of the private area. So having some cushion there. Also what I'll coach people to do, especially men, I'll say, hey, create me a barrier. So what I'll have him do is take his hand and kind of pull things high and tight that way. That way I'm buffered up against his hand. But it's so crucial. You can now move it, I got you now. It's so crucial that you work high into the tendon junction of an adductor. We can't just work midsection of the adductor. We can't just work the red meaty stuff. You gotta get into that tendon junction. So if you're not sure if you're still on tendon, go ahead and thrust your knee into my chest right there. And I just follow. If I feel it still contracting, I'm still on the tendon, so we're still treating it from there. And relax. Good. And let's go back to, I found the depth I want to work. I'm putting a little direction. He sensed it. And now duration. Another great thing to emphasize when I do my contract relax, stretch out the contract. So Josh, slowly push into my chest. We're gonna go real slow so I don't roll off you. Right there, hold. A lot of times with contract relax, people will then just say, okay, like right now they give up on already. I'm gonna make them hold that contraction. Hold, 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 hold. Good. Focus on right where you feel my pressure. 3, 2, slowly release. Until he's fully released, I'm still accumulating time under tension. Once I feel his full relaxation, I might then reposition or ask myself, if I move up, down, side to side, where am I feeling greater area of tension? I made a slight adjustment. And releasing. Another thing from this inside leg, straighten your leg out all the way for me. You're gonna have right here, the VMO is gonna stop right about here. You're also gonna have the hamstring in through here. So while I have him face up, go ahead and relax. I can actually bring him in here and start working hamstring tissue as well.